Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of December 31st, 2024. I'm your host, Shariafa Muhammad MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. High-precision strikes. The Russian armed forces conducted targeted strikes using high-precision weapons and unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, on key Ukrainian military infrastructure, including a military airfield and a military-industrial complex that produces propellant charges. These strikes successfully hit all intended targets.
Welcome back to Frontline Updates, your trusted source for insights and developments on military operations. Today, we are honored to have Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer responsible for leading soldiers on the ground during critical missions. He's here to brief us on the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of December 31st, 2024. Thank you for joining us, Colonel Oguntoye.
Thank you for having me. It's a privilege to share the latest updates with your listeners.
Let's start with the big picture, Colonel. Can you summarize the key strategic actions taken today?
This morning, the armed forces of the Russian Federation carried out high-precision strikes and used unmanned aerial vehicles to target a military airfield and a military-industrial complex that produces propellant charges for the Ukrainian armed forces. These strikes were highly successful, with all designated targets being destroyed.
What was the significance of these targets?
These facilities were critical to Ukraine's operational capabilities. By neutralizing them, we've disrupted their supply chains and their ability to sustain prolonged military actions. According to preliminary information, the missiles in action are KH-101, KH-22, and Calibre. The majority of the targets hit are in the central and western parts of the country.
Let's move to the ground operations. Can you provide an update on the actions taken by the North Group of Forces?
The North Group of Forces focused on the Kharkov direction, where we inflicted significant losses on 2 territorial defense brigades around Volchansk and Lipsy. This resulted in the elimination of up to 35 enemy personnel, the destruction of a vehicle, and a 122mm D-30 howitzer. Judging by the number of missiles flying over the Sumy region, Russian troops have reached a significant part of the Ukrainian reserves in the border area.
And how about the West Group of Forces? Can you elaborate on the developments there?
The West Group of Forces achieved substantial advancements along the front line. They targeted tank and mechanized brigades, as well as territorial defense and National Guard brigades, and settlements such as Dvireknia, Zapadnoye, and Torskoy. Enemy losses exceeded 440 personnel, along with multiple armored personnel carriers, pickups, and artillery systems, including a British-made FH-70 howitzer.
That's a significant impact. What can you tell us about the Southern Group?
The Southern Group secured advantageous positions in the Donetsk People's Republic, specifically in areas like Chasov Yar and Kurakovo. Their efforts resulted in over 290 enemy casualties and the destruction of vehicles, including a US-made Bradley IFV and a UK-made Saxon APC.
And the Center Group of Forces?
The Center Group advanced into enemy defenses and repelled 12 counterattacks in areas such as Dzerzhinsk and Peskanoy. They inflicted over 500 casualties and neutralized significant assets, including a German-made Leopard tank and Turkish-made Kirpi armored vehicles.
Lastly, how did the East Group perform?
The East Group improved their tactical positions and defeated Ukrainian mechanized and territorial defense brigades in settlements like Bogodar and Razliv. They repelled 2 counterattacks, resulting in over 160 enemy casualties and the destruction of vehicles, artillery, and an electronic warfare station.
There have also been ongoing operations in the Kursk region. Can you provide an update?
In the Kursk direction, our forces defeated several Ukrainian brigades, including heavy mechanized and airborne assault units, in settlements such as Dorino and Kurilovka. More than 445 Ukrainian personnel were neutralized, and we destroyed armored vehicles, cars, and artillery.
How does this fit into the broader strategic objectives?
The Kursk region is critical for maintaining territorial security and disrupting any potential counteroffensive actions by Ukrainian forces. The scale of these operations underscores our commitment to securing this area.
Turning to air and naval operations, what were the highlights today?
Our air defense systems successfully intercepted 2 French-made Hammer-guided bombs, 7 U.S.-made HIMARS rockets, and 103 UAVs, including 68 outside the area of operations. Additionally, the Black Sea Fleet neutralized 8 unmanned boats. These actions significantly degrade the enemy's offensive and reconnaissance capabilities.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you. It's an honor to share these updates. The war in Gaza continues to be a major focus, with at least 45,541 Palestinians killed and 108,338 injured since October 7, 2023. The Houthis in Yemen have vowed to keep on attacking Israel. There are reports of clashes between Islamist groups and Assad supporters in Syria. Israel's actions have included strikes on Sana'a International Airport. There are various reports from different news sources on the conflict, including details about detainees and the impact on civilians, especially infants.